say?
Top Billin. Yo, villains, when you saw this, you should have thought of your boy, because it was me, I believe, about 5 or 6 months ago who told you that Jalyx Hunt had next. He was going to be that dude. You remember when I made that video, I think right after we got that chip, and I said, yeah, as Jalyx Hunt may end up draft grand larceny, right? Yeah, 5 months ago, right? When was this? February 17th. 5 months ago. Fast forward now to camp, and you see a lot of praise, but none more so bigger than Jordan Mailata right here.
Oh, man, he's going to be special. He's going to be special, man. Just his burst, he has tendencies like Micah, just to be able to cut on a dime like that. Man, I'm so proud of that guy, the way he works. How do I go from Josh Sweat to Jalyx, man? It's crazy. I was just like, man, Howie, give me a break for 1 year. Jesus. Jalyx is going to be a star, man. And I'm glad that I get to go up against him, because I know that if he's giving me hell, he's going to give everyone else hell.
Ooh. that boy going to be the best thing since sliced bread. For real. Boy, that boy good. I just try to tell him keep his head down and keep working. Just his work ethic, his attitude, and his God-gifted ability, his talent, and, he hungry, and he work, and he notice his mistakes. Like, that's what make good players. Like, you never have a good day. You notice your mistakes. You fix your mistakes. You correct them quick.
Jalyx, to me, the last third of the season into the playoffs, played a lot for us and played good. And we have high expectations for him. Anything beyond that right now to say would be...
Now, high praise from Nolan Smith, high praise from Vic Fangio, but man, let's go back to what Mailata first said.
He has tendencies like Micah.
One more time.
He has tendencies like Micah.
Actually, one more for the people in the back.
He has tendencies like Micah.
Yo, for real, y'all know I'm a huge Penn State fan, a huge Micah Parsons fan of everything he does on the field. And, man, that just blows my mind, because I can absolutely see that. Now, keep in mind, Mailata said he has tendencies like Micah. He did not say he was Micah Parsons. Let's not go that far now. Micah Parsons is special. He's perhaps this generation's Lawrence Taylor. So that is some lofty praise. And I don't expect Jalyx Hunt to be that, but I can definitely see when he's talking about that burst and that ability to cut on a dime, and more importantly, being an edge defender, right? So I put up that picture of Micah Parsons, right, in my beloved Penn State uniform. I hate the Cowgirls. Y'all know that. You know what I mean? I don't normally get in the fandom like that, but I can't stand the Cowgirls because I can't stand their fan base. But you have to give it up to someone like Micah Parsons. Regardless of what uniform he's wearing, he plays football the correct way. He is an edge defender, not an edge rusher. And I can say the same thing for the guys on the Philadelphia Eagles. Nolan Smith is definitely like that. Jalyx Hunt, I know, is like that for sure. Along with guys like Azeez Ojulari, Josh Uche. I mean, it's about to get real. So what I want to do is repurpose that film study that I did back then for people who may have seen that, and you can see what I see in him, and the same thing with your boy Mailata sees in him.
He has tendencies like Micah.
On a daily basis, and he will see him on a daily basis in camp. That shit is treacherous, baby. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to be even tougher to beat this year. The confidence is there. The leadership is there. Having someone like Jalen Hurts as the face of the franchise and his ability to quickly move on and concentrate on this year, you can see that's going to reverberate through the entire team. And somebody like Jalyx Hunt, I think, is going to take that next level. To me, that's, I mean, I love Nolan Smith as well, but Jalyx Hunt to me seems like he seems like that bull, you know what I mean? Check it out. Jalyx Hunt, in my opinion, then steps up there. He got enough playing time, and he showed me something the way I believe he's Nolan's equal, and he actually may have a little bit more to his game than Nolan Smith does, at least at this particular point in time in their careers. Look at this month right here. Look at this. Bang! Walked the dog all the way to Patrick Mahomes. He was the first man in on this sack. Look at that. The first man in on the sack. Obviously, your boy Josh Sweat doing the damn thing over there as well, right? Working off the shirt lapel with Travis Kelce there, right there. Straight punked him out, right? Went by him, right? Even though it was an influence screen, it looked like it may have been an influence screen right there. I'm not so sure about that, right? Even though Travis Kelce turned around like that, maybe he turned because he thought he had help there. But regardless, Jalyx Hunter is the first one in on that. This is your rookie in a Super Bowl with a rep like this against Joe Tooney. What are we doing here? Look at this. Sell, no tell. What is this going to be? If you took a snapshot right here for all you people out there who are into stuff like this, what would you think this is going to be? Right, we've already seen it, right? And, most people out there are honest anyway, right? But you could think, hey, then this might be somewhere he's going to try to bend it to the inside possibly, right? Nope. Bang. He's first with the hands right there. He fights the hands and he gets up into his chest, right? Gets up into his chest and look at the leverage game. Look at the drive right here, right? Like a sleigh ride, right? He took this man on a sleigh ride, no Santa involved, while he's getting hands to the face. And look at that. Walking the dog on a guy like Tooney, who's a pretty strong individual. Jalyx Hunt showed that he has natural strength, something serious, right? That 58 jersey on, some of these moves remind me of Von Miller. You know what I mean? I ain't going that far with it. Von Miller's the GOAT, but man, that is a hell of a rep for a rookie in a Super Bowl. Look at this. Bang! Walk the dog, fertilizer Patrick Mahomes, something serious. He went down easy, too, like a $2 hooker. As soon as he touched him, he just took a dive. He like, fuck it. Bang! Fertilize that, man. What are we doing here? And you have Moro Jomo right here. All kinds of dudes on the front that have very short tenure. Yeah, making of a dynasty. Believe that. If you're looking towards the future, you know that odd front alignment is going to be the key. So with that being said, guys like Nolan Smith and Jalyx Hunt both fit that, right? These guys are best as edge line of scrimmage linebackers, meaning, right, they can drop and hook curls on, they can work the flats, and of course, they can get after the passer, right? But it's a legit linebacker position, meaning you're not going to just rush the passer like a hand in the dirt 4-3 defensive end, right? 6 technique type. Now, you're going to have to get after it. But with that being said, this guy can rush the passer something serious as well. Right, look at these moves and look at the agility on him. That's linebacker type agility for a cat like this. Look at that. That's pretty much how you do it. If you played linebacker before, right, some of your drills really much go just like this. Has to widen out, stick that foot in the ground while keeping his eyes to the prize, right? Keeping his eyes to the prize, understanding how to get flat down the line of scrimmage. And look at him. Had he not detached and had his eyes on the prize there, maybe Patrick Mahomes runs and scrambles for a good deal right here, but no bueno. Not at all right there. Look at that joint again. Oh, look at that. Stick the foot in the ground. Look at the burst from your rookie edge outside linebacker. Remember, we just talked about flat duty. Now you can see him, 2-point stance there. You get my boy Olamide Zaccheaus right here from South Jersey doing the damn thing here to the flat, and look who is automatically on the stick here. Look at that. Head on the outside, wrap and roll. It's a lot of ground to cover there when you're a linebacker, an edge linebacker, right? So obviously this is a pass still, right? You're still going to have 4 guys come in there, but when you're in this type of defense, that's the design of the defense. Not all the time you're going to be rushing the passer there. So Daniels with the swing pass to Zaccheaus there, and look at him inside out. I like that right there, right? That's that shoulder force. On the sideline, if you know you're going to have another defender there, you don't want to get too far inside there. Get by with a little help from his friends right there. You know, Slay probably didn't want to hit anyway. Right? Much love to Darius Slay, though. But, yeah, your boy right there with the wrap and roll tackle. Getting into the edges, the exterior. We know he's a pillar against the run as well. My man's got great GPS navigation. Look at him duck inside on this one right here and get by with a little help from his boy Milton Williams, my man, who I also don't want to see leave. But I know Milton Williams is going to attract a lot on the open market for real, right? What I say, if you have a great interior presence on your defensive front, you have a chance at being a great defense, and Milton Williams is that guy. So I don't want to see him leave. He would be my first choice out of everybody, to be honest with you. So we'll see how that goes here. But look at him, right? Split the difference right here. Keeping his head up. Playing the run on the way to the passer. That's how you have to be in this defense when you're rushing the passer. You have to play the run on the way to the passer. That's how you have really good run defense. And you have a good pass rush there. So everybody getting after it. That's hard. Jalyx Hunt has a chance to be a really good pass rusher because he has a vast move set list, right? His playlist is very vast in my opinion because he likes to work inside and outside. He's not just an arc runner. He's not just an inside bender, and he won't just go through you. He'll do all three of them bad boys there, and he'll be able to add even more to his game here. Look at him going against the great Ronnie Stanley here on the checkoff, and then look, oh my goodness, right? Now that was an arc run, right? Pretty much, right? It was more of a physical arc run, right? Because he still gets it to his chest. But you see him vary the rhythm here. I want you to look like that. Look at that, right? Vary the rhythm here. So if it's a cell with the no tail on it, right? He looks like he's going to hit and possibly go to the inside. Sticks that hand right in his sternum, right? Hit him with a sternum buster like Arn Anderson there. Long arms of the law. Got your boy Ronnie Stanley, which is saying pretty cool there. The thing about him is I believe he was listed at 6'4" at the combine, if I can remember. He's listed at 6'3" now, but when they measured him at the combine, he was 6'4", and you can see that length playing out there, no 30. And then, hey, right there with Zach Bond, right? Zach Bond. Come on now. One more game going on. All kinds of ball as a all-pro, Pro Bowl level left tackle over the years. Come on now. That was dope. That was real dope. Remember, dissecting Nolan Smith in his rookie year, you can see that a lot of his sacks were of the blue-collar variety. Boy, we just showed Jalyx Hunt. His Jones is of the white-collar variety already as a rookie. Showing that he can get it within the confines just of a regular set here. But now you can see the stick-to-itiveness and the blue-collar nature of this particular sack, which was one of the better sacks of the year. Watch this on Havenstein. Oh, blinked him on the inside, then back on the outside. Then had to get around someone else who's helping Havenstein out. And then look at that. Old man Stafford going down easier than a $2 hooker. What are we doing here? Look at this. He jabbed this man to the outside, got him though. Really overextend himself right here, banged it to the inside. He had him beat to the inside. For some odd reason though, I don't know why he wanted to do this. He must have just wanted to show his strength. Because look, bang, hit him right there, right? Gave him a little bit of the prison loving on his way there, right? A real quick prison loving stop, right? Stopped in his cell, right? Gave him a little prison loving. Matter of fact, man, we can't be showing this on TV, right? You know, man, we gotta blur this one out right there for the young kids who may be watching right there. Don't try this at home, kids. And then bang, look, it gets a little help right there. And it doesn't matter. My man continues to stay alive in the process here. And Matthew Stafford taking them little choppy-ass steps because he's slow. He's done. Absolutely done. Bang. True green Kim line. Put him on the grass. Spread his herb ass on the grass like fertilizer. Like my man Cass once said. All right? So listen. Top billing villains. I say all that to say this. All of that, right? It was a long, winding way to ask you guys this, right? All my real football heads, I usually use this time in the offseason to kind of set things up for the future. So, making of a dynasty series here, I want to know, does my man Jalyx Hunt make Josh Sweat expendable? I don't want to influence. Well, I guess you guys already know, right? I already said I want Josh Sweat to be here for the duration of his career. But if you're trying to allocate dollars to certain people, you have a young boy here that has that type of talent, you can really make a case that Josh Sweat's going to get a lot of money. I can have this guy on a rookie deal.
What more can I say?
Top billing.